LLC. You know, I told y'all this was going to happen. I'm making this video because, again, I told you at the end of the day that this person had a lot of problems with his screen paint products. There were a lot of red flags that were popping up on Danny. They call themselves Partey. We don't call him Partey. We call him Danny, as I told you before. Partey is actually owned by somebody else in London, England. It's a recording studio. Danny, the Partey is not even registered to him. It's not copyrighted. It's nothing. Something that he took. But let me talk about the pushback date. So I told you he was going to have to push the date back. And the reason why he was going to have to push the date back, because again, number one, we're buying the product. We made this repeatedly. We're going to buy that product, get it down here, test it, and I guarantee you two things are going to happen. It's going to match every grade paint we put it against. It's going to fail the black on black test. And I told you one of the other things that's going to happen is the freaking application time. We're going to do a side-by-side application time to regular house paint versus his product. Sorry about that. That's me hitting my, whatchamacallit, versus his product. Now, keep in mind how bad this would be for him if he had launched his product. That means that you would have a house paint, number one, that would have matched his product with no problem, because with the colors I saw would have been a perfect match. On top of that, the application would have been easier to do on the house paint, and the house paint would have been far cheaper at a gallon. At this being a quart for $60, you could get a gallon for like $38, $30, maybe $23 if you go to the right places. You don't need anything special, just regular, just great paint would have matched it. And anyway, much cheaper than this product. So what does he do? He pushes the date back. I told you this was going to happen. There's no way in the world he could launch this product. There's no testing underneath of it, nothing at all. So even him himself doesn't even know if he's going to match the house paint or not, and he's not willing to take the risk because he never did the test. This is what happens when you make people make these fake sites. They come on here, they put a bunch of philosophy, dumb nonsense. They don't have enough experience in the field, and they put a whole bunch of phony baloney on here, talk a whole lot of trash on camera, and there's nothing to back it up. No videos, nothing. Just a bunch of pictures he has in here. That's basically about it. So let's show you the pushback date. Up here, we have it coming out in April. Oh, we can't wait, because I'm coming back on the site like when this is going to be available. This is what I find funny on certain things he says on the site that, again, that's phony baloney. Number one, if you look right here, he says he made the product from scratch. That is virtually impossible. You know the facility you need to actually make paint from scratch? You have to have a serious degree in chemistry. The fellow was actually making it by hand. He has to do a degree in chemistry. He has to. There's no way in the world you're going to figure that stuff out at the end of the day if you're making it from scratch. All screen paint is over the counter. It's just basically what they add into it that makes it different from any other product. And you have to be to prove that because it's all over the counter. Our stuff is over the counter. We don't have no special lab from someplace. We've got some like zoo aliens or visit. We have none of that stuff. But what we put in it is what makes it different. This is the reason why we do the demonstrations called black versus black, because we tell them, yeah, it's acrylic, it's over the counter, but we can show you what makes our product different from everybody else. That's why we do the demonstrations. Same thing what they're supposed to do. All paints are over the counter. So if you're doing a gray paint, you have to show what makes your stuff different from any over the counter product. You can't go in there and say it's made from scratch. That means you got an entire lab, you got a group of chemists, they're all working together, making these products. It has to be tested to make sure it's safe for consumers. It can be all kinds of things that can go wrong. You got to go through a flash zone, you get safety material data codes. It's all kinds of insane stuff that you have on a product. Basically, it's made from scratch. And then keep in mind, the building that's being tested, it has to be zoned for chemicals. Again, it has to be shown that it's environmentally safe, you know what I mean? There's a whole lot of stuff you have to go through. So no, that's virtually impossible. It is over the counter. It's just mixed with something that makes it different. Everybody can bake a cake at the end of the day, but some people make cakes that are different from any other cake. It tastes different. Never had anything like this in my entire life. That's what you call secret ingredients right there. Something in there makes that cake better than any other cake. That's what the over the counters. That's why you have to do the test versus regular paints. That's why it's important. But let's talk about this right here at the bottom. He says the 23rd, right? Those of you who follow me, and we've been to this site multiple times, we know that this paint was never ever available. No one's ever been to buy it. Anyone's been to the site, but he made it sound like, again, right here, where he says that Partey's goopy, all that stuff is, ambient rejection liner products will be offered again in July the 23rd. What do you mean again? It was never offered to begin with. You made it sound like if anybody goes to this website and they never see this video to begin with, they're going to say, oh, okay, it was available at one time, so now it'll be available again on the 23rd. There is no again there because it was never available. That is another lie you just told at the end of the day. So again, I told you he had to push the product back. He doesn't have a choice. We get our hands on this product. Anybody gets their hands on this product. One of the fellas I told you has a game gun on him, which I would love to figure out how much he paid for that thing because I'm curious to know. But anyway, he has a game gun on him. And when he saw it from 2 different games, he said, oh, that's virtually impossible. And if you paint the screen a certain way, it increases the gain. No, that's a lie. So he wants to get his hands on it because he wants to test that theory. So a lot of stuff he has on here doesn't make any sense. But this right here is perfect proof. And I told you that he's going to have to push the date back because there's no test underneath the product. Someone takes this product, matches it to a gray paint. Number one, his instructions are insane. So literally, a kid couldn't paint that screen. A kid can paint Jamie's paint in the day. Even though it's house paint, majority of his house paint, a kid can still paint his screen in. It's easy to paint in. That nightmare is not. Literally, when I was reading this nonsense over and over and over again, I literally thought I was going to bring a portal was going to pop up in the middle of my floor. It's going to be invaded by ninjas. It's just insane how crazy it is. But anyway, if someone came in, and what we're going to do is just get some everyday gray paints, match his product, and then paint him in. Again, the house paint, painted in no time at all, dry in no time at all, no crazy instructions, would be much cheaper, and it would match his product. They would go with the gray paint easily. So I told you we were going to run these tests. We had people waiting to run the test to get the paint over here, and he got scared and he pushed his date back. Well, Danny, let me tell you something. Remember when you were in your backyard and you're running around talking about, oh, don't worry, Ken, I'll get your paint sooner or later. See how those words come back to haunt you? Like when you ran around your backyard talking about how you bought a product for me and how I canceled, and don't worry, Ken, I'll get your product sooner or later. Isn't it funny how we ordered your product 7 times in a row? We got every last dime put back in our account, and I was the one walking around the backyard saying, oh, don't worry, Danny, because you don't know the name of that one. Don't worry, Danny, I'll get your product, and then we'll have some fun. Well, I'm going to say it again. Comes back to haunt you. Don't worry, Danny, we'll get your product, and then we'll have some fun. You're going to have to open up sooner or later. What did I tell you when I first met you? I don't know who you are, man. I never met you before. Didn't know why you were coming after me so hard, why you was basically saying all these nasty things about me. I don't know who you are. And yet you call me a scammer. I'm a thief going by Crow's opinion. What did I say to you on camera? If you want this, I'll give this to you. But I guarantee you, I will burn your harbor to the ground and I will sink every last one of your ships. You can't open a website if I'm still here. You never can open a website because we will always be waiting to test your product. If you can't back that product up, that website will remain closed. You can't open your site. I gave you that speech. I stood there and told you what was going to happen if I get my hands on your product. And ever since then, he's been canceling orders, can't open up his website, that nonsense about that water filtration, whatever nonsense, delivery crap at the end of the day. Oh yeah, I'll test that theory. I'll get another camera, which if I did, a second cell phone, and I'll stick your can in the corner, put the camera on it, put it into a live stream for all day, and we'll drain all the water out of that can and come back the next day and see if that stuff basically evaporates. He knew that was a lie. That's why he changed everything to this new PSP nonsense. Red wagon scenario. If you ever heard me talk about the red wagon scenario, that's where somebody basically comes up to you, tells you that this everyday red wagon does something special that no other wagon does. And then what they do is you buy it and they jump over your fence the next day and they steal the wagon and they paint it purple. And they come back and they explain, this is better than the red wagon. This does something completely different, blah, blah, blah. They jump over your gate and they paint it yellow this time. And this is a different one. This is so and so and so. Yeah. Well, it's funny you would come to me because my wagon got stolen the other day, but this is a much better model than the other one. Oh yeah, I'll take it. There you go. That's what you're doing. Red wagon effect. So we'll wait till the 23rd. And my people will be waiting. I can't order, as I told you before, we can't order from Jamie. We can't order from any of them because they say, oh, we don't want them buying because they're scammers at the end of the day. Jamie, you can't say that because, again, you gave us a pass to buy your products. We could buy whatever we wanted. Remember that? Yeah, we did buy whatever we wanted. And the money went back to our account because you can't back it up. Even when you talk trash, you can't back it up. This fella right here, talking all this trash about my product at the end of the day, look at the situation you're in. Look, Danny, if I didn't know you, and you never said anything about my product, you would have never ended up on my radar. There are plenty of people out there who sell screen paint products. We don't basically talk about them, bother with them. What they're doing in their own world is them. As long as my name doesn't pop up on the radar, or I see something crazy and weird that pops up where a paint stand has the ability to pull holograms completely out of the wall without VR glasses or anything else, then we got to look into that, because that sounds a little bit weird. I want to see if that's actually possible. If it's something that's possible, it's curious. I would like to know more about it. But if it's not, then basically I'm going to put it on blast. Other than that, most people don't mention our names, and we don't recognize you. We don't know you. At the end of the day, we go about our business. If anyone's out there making a black screen paint, you don't stick my name into it. You don't try to use me as a step ladder to try to use it as a way of trying to topple me. Good gracious. You know, seriously, I'm not trying to be rude here and be disrespectful, and I would never use the word, but that kind of makes us the king when you think about it. You guys are trying to climb my mountain at the end of the day. That sounds weird. Don't get anything out of that. Trying to climb my mountain at the end of the day to topple me. You're not going after Diamond or any other companies. You're coming strictly after me. That's kind of an honor right there. Kind of feel like that thing in, what was it, Jackie Chan? Not Jackie Chan. It was Jet Li and One. I'm the man at top. That's what it comes down to. Because you guys post me all over your sites and stuff. I don't put you on my sites. I got a little special for each section for y'all called the blacklist. That's where we stick y'all at. I don't got you on my site. I don't want you there. But you guys got me littered through y'all website. I must be considered the big dog. But anyway, let's go back to this real quick. I would never call myself that anyway. That's weird. As I said before, anybody's out there making product at the end of the day, and you're trying to do something, make a good product for everybody, that everybody can have something nice at the end of the day, I support you 100%. I do. But if you're going to try to slander me and make me look like something that I'm not, you're going to get my attention. You will not like the outcome. The outcome would be extremely bad for you. So that's why I advise people, if you're making products, mind your own business, steer in your own lane. Hey, if you pop up across my radar and you're not mentioning me, you're doing something cool, hey, I got no problem with basically trying to lend you a hand or help you out or trying to make you proceed a little farther so we can get more black technology out there on the market. But if you're doing this nonsense like these jerkers are doing and talking all this trash, yeah, I'm going to come and I'm going to crush you. As this dumb did at the end of the day, call himself doing something. What was this nonsense he posted in his test? At the end of the day, that you won against a phantom? Really? You can't even open your site. You're afraid of us. And you're going to do some fake demonstration. Phantoms can literally have black paint painted into their screens and they don't even match. And you're going to slander my product at the end of the day and talk trash? Think you're doing a real black versus black? No demonstrations, don't need demonstrate, nothing there. That's it. Meter readings. Look, and after I bust on him about his meters being too low, look, he's going to show my meters. Yeah, this is my meter readings. Yeah. They're higher than yours. So, again, Danny, let me explain something to you. You talk all this trash on your site and you move your date back. That clearly tells us at the end of the day, your product was never tested and you're going to match every grade paint we put you again. Every single one. That tells a lot. What we call this is backing down. How about you do me a favor? How about you launch your paint tomorrow so we can buy it? Then you can do that? But you can't. It's pushback. Black Series was challenged in the industrial professional screen shootout and declined. We don't even know what the freak that is. So basically, we declined. That's interesting. Now, funny, look at this. It's interesting, he puts nonsense on here, but yet you had to push back your launch date on your site. You couldn't even launch your product because we're waiting to buy it. And again, I'm the one with all the cancel orders. All right, well, it is what it is. You can't launch your products. We've got a ton of canceled orders on you. Your product's going to end up matching house paint. It doesn't work at the end of the day. You talk all this trash about me on here, about I'm declining, how I'm running from you at the end of the day, but yet your website, you don't even have it open yet. To push the date back to the 23rd of July. That's pretty sad. And then had a nerve to put down again as if you had it available. We have it right here. There we go. It is what it is, man. It doesn't make a difference. You guys can talk trash all day, all night. It doesn't make a difference. You guys, at the end of the day, we can prove that you're nothing more than a bunch of cowards. You talked all that trash about your product launching, right? About how you had this amazing product, how you can take our screen paints on, and you're afraid to even, not even open, you pushed your date back to July the 23rd. That speaks volumes at the end of the day. So don't worry, we'll wait till July the 23rd, and we'll come back in and see if you're available to buy. What are you gonna do? Push it back to September, push it back to December. Oh, great goodness. It probably might come out until 2024. And then it'll come back with some whole new nonsense about, well, this is not the PSP. This is going to be the PS7. And this product is going to be far better than the other product. Well, it's funny because how would we know it would be far better if the product was never available? That's interesting. All right, well, that's pretty much basically about it. So we'll come back on the 23rd of July. And to see if we can get our hands, we can buy it. Until then, buddy, you can talk all the trash on YouTube and all the nonsense. At the end of the day, you were able to launch your product and you pushed it back into the 23rd because you knew your product doesn't work. We would have matched against all house paint in the day. There's no testing it if your products at all whatsoever. And that means I'm right 100%. Oh, and not only that, am I right 100%, but you spelt the word tray incorrectly. And I told you how it was spelled, and I gave him a little test. I said, if you change it, that makes me smarter than you. And the fact that you left it that way means that that's going to stay like that almost forever, probably much forever, due to the fact that you let that little tiny, you got insecurities like that. Man, this has been a fantastic day for me. I got a chance to crush some enemies real fast. I'm selling my product, it's selling pretty good. And then turn around, you locked your website and you pushed it back. I couldn't ask for anything better than that. I really couldn't. That is actually the best. That is actually the best. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. That was actually the best. Having your naysayers come in here, run their mouths, talk all this trash about how when your site's going to launch and they're going to have your product and it's going to be better than mine and blah, blah, blah. And here it is. He had to push the date back to the 23rd because the product is not even ready. Well, it is ready, it's just not tested, that's all. And when we get our hands on it, you know what's going to happen. Your product is trash, you can't back it up. So we'll see. On the 23rd, that product better be available for me to buy. I kept sitting there coming back to the site talking about where's the product. I mean, we're running out of time here. April's almost here and there's no product there. Where's it at? Oh, we never launched today. Nothing there. I told you. He's afraid. Back this site down. What are you going to say? It's funny. I find it so funny how you guys come on here, especially Danny comes on here, and he talks about how we got canceled orders from me. No canceled orders. We got all the canceled orders from him. How we're running scared, how we're afraid, how we're doing this and doing that, and you had to turn around and push the site back down to the 23rd. But not only that, had the nerve to put in again, as if you were selling the product for a while, and then you decided to basically pull it and mark it down, bring it down to the 23rd. Then turn around and tell me you made your products from scratch. It's not over the counter. But your product is over the counter. I'm also going to prove that too, to show your product's over the counter. I'll take a sample of that. I'll send it to a friend of mine. He's got a testing facility. We'll put it up there and we'll do a test on it. Your product's over the counter. That's a lie. Everybody's over the counter. That's what it is. It's what makes your product different from over the counter. What you have in it that makes your product different. It's like all cakes. Can you say all cakes are made the same? Some cakes are made different. They got something special in that cake that make it taste like no other in the world. That's what makes it different. Your product's over the counter. That's what it is. All right, well, I gotta wait for that Nor to do that today. We're gonna put the Nor in, make that trash paint today, blow that crap out of the water. And after that, I'm done. I mean, pretty much for me, it was supposed to be buying your product, testing it, and then trashing it because it wasn't going to work for anything. We knew it wasn't going to work. It's garbage. And then doing that Nor paint because Jamie failed twice to make our paint. He literally came up with gray. Let's real quick on that one. I thought that was white paint in the container. I literally did think it was white. I thought he was putting in white, silver, and and black paint with water. But then later on, when I saw the container, I was like, oh, that is black paint. So that was the black paint right there. So basically, he was taking black, silver, and water. And the first time, he didn't put enough black paint in it because it came out gray, which he explained that in part 2. And then part 2, he made it a little bit darker, but it still was gray. It was a dark gray at the end of the day. So I guess he just gave up because we gave him the option for part 3, which I got to put that in the third time to make the product. And he never made it. He won't talk about it. He won't bring it up because he can't make it at all, period. Because we wanted it, and we literally made it black. We fixed it for you. And we put a high fluorescent glitter in it and still made it black. As a matter of fact, I'm going to make another version of it. I'm going to make one with the silver, the water, and the glitter, and still blow that out with the newer fake paint at the same time. I told you it's not going to be a good day for you guys. It's going to be an extremely bad day. Would you like me to send you some? I have your address. You want some Kleenex? I'll send you a huge box of Kleenex and a pillow. No, I won't give you a pillow. You might do something weird with it. You're creepy. Anyway, your product's don't work. What are y'all gonna get mad about? Seriously, y'all come on my channel, you'll get mad, you get upset, you want to rant, you want to get. What you mad about? They threw you under the bus, not me. Like I said, I just come on here at the end of the day and just show this. They do enough damage to themselves. I don't have to make memes and make fake stuff at the end of the day. They do it to themselves. God did it right now to himself. Jamie's so terrified to make her paint, he goes to other people to get that information. Oh, this is what so-and-so made for me. Funny he made that, but it's the same paint you use in all your demonstrations, but he made it, then it's supposed to be his. Either way, it's going to fail. It doesn't make a difference. Now, I got another video to do because I thought we would be doing a lot of testing on this, but now it's not going to be out until the 23rd. So anything I got to do now is just do the newer. Once we get done doing the upgrade versions of the newer, and we're going to do crow's paint again, but we're going to make it all black. I'm going to go in and get back to work to where I need to go, and we'll forget this nonsense until we go to court. And I see you guys in court. We'll bring it up again about what's going on. Oh man, this has been so funny. I literally thought we were going to get a chance to test this product, and he pushed the date back. Or what kind of excuses are going to come up behind this one at the end of the day? I can imagine the Karen excuses behind the pushback on the date. Oh, we weren't quite ready, and we had things we had to do. And blah. You talk a lot of trash, man. You pushed that date back because you didn't want me to get it. On the 23rd, you better launch that paint. You don't launch that paint on the 23rd, and you push that date back, that is going to be freaking embarrassing. Almost as embarrassing as watching Crow trying to make her paint the second time and failing. So now we don't have this to do because, well, he pushed the date back. He's afraid. So I'm going to come back in and get Jamie to make our product a third time. I told you I'm going to ask you every single day. Matter of fact, let's make this interesting. I'm going to ask you every single day until his launch date. How about that? To make it the third time. I don't want to hear any excuses of, oh, I got this idea from somebody. We don't want to hear that bull crap. I don't want to hear it. We're done with that. Once we knock out the newer, we're done with that. You're going to make it. That's what you're going to do. That's what a lot of people found funny about the demonstration, was the fact that he had the product ingredients right there, but never made it. You know why? Because what was sitting on that screen wasn't the same that was sitting on top of that table. I'm pretty sure. Because why didn't you make it? Right there. You had the ingredients. Why don't you just make of it, paint it down? Wonder why. But anyway, let's get this done, get this knocked out, and I got a request for Jamie to make her paint. We got permission from us, permission from me. I'll put down my name. Kenneth Bird gives you full permission to make my product again for the third time. Request 1 till we get to request 23. All right, then let's go get from him the request. And I got to make this stuff, and I got orders to take care of. Next time, gentlemen, you learn a valuable lesson from all of this. Stay in your lane, but I'm pretty sure you won't, because then then by then we'll be going to court for Jamie. So, but anyway, just stay in your lane and learn to mind your own business, and you don't end up having to, you won't get crushed in the process. Now, mind you, if Danny had minded his own business and we didn't know who Danny was, and Danny never said anything about me, and Danny went about his own business making products and whatever, he might have been to open his website a long time ago and sell his products. And now he can't. Because all that trash he talked about hyping his product up, he can't back it up. And he knows he can't back it up. That's why he pushed the date back. This is what happens when you basically can't back your products up and you talk a whole lot of trash at the end of the day. And if somebody goes out there and proves you wrong, you can't back it up. Cancel orders, Jamie. You remember all those cancel orders? Because you talked a whole lot of trash about your product being something that it wasn't. And if we tested it thoroughly, what would have happened? That's why we have to cancel orders. You gotta be to back it up, 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 back it up. Let me tell you something. All screen paint is over the counter. All of it, even ours. The difference is what's in it that makes it different from over the counter. We have in Elements, 4 of them, now 7 coming pretty soon with 77, that allow us to be able to alter and change that particular product. So with that being said, what makes a difference? So if I go before somebody says, yeah, we have these elements, we drop it in there, it makes the black paint different from any black paint, they're not gonna believe what I'm saying in my mouth, they wanna see it. That's why we have the black versus black demonstrations to prove that our product doesn't test anything next to fabrics, next to films, next to tape, black paper, clothing, paints, you name it, we do it. It has been done. Even if we make the product ourselves, it doesn't even match. And even better now, even if idiots out there who try to make our product with full permission, they can't even do it. And we had to turn around and make it better version for them, and it still didn't work. How good that's gonna make me look at the end of the day. Thank you so much for participating in that. I really appreciate that so much. Anyway, with that being said, yeah, we can back it. So Jamie and the rest of y'all at the end of the day, we all know where these paints come from over the counter. No special laboratory, no aliens zap you up and put in your brain some special ingredients. No, all screen paints come from over the counter. What makes yours different from any over the counter product? And Jamie couldn't clear that because Jamie sat there and matched the Network Grade 773 and the Personal Mix. He matched those products. So guess what? There's no different in his product than being any other acrylic paint over the counter. And gentlemen, all those paints that Home Depot have up there, are you kidding me? And you never once gone there and taken any of those paints and put against the rest of your products? So until they show you that their product is different from other acrylic paints over the counter, don't buy. Till then, check out our massive black on black list that we have, which we're going to be increasing because there are more paints out there I wish to test. See, it's interesting, the demonstration that Jamie did on camera, that terrified him, that he's afraid to go near. It scarred him so badly that even when we mentioned the word slip silver, he's terrified of it because he can never do those demonstrations again. We're going out hunting for black paint to put into our products because I enjoy doing those demonstrations. That's the demonstration that you're afraid to do that I do every day for fun. That shows you my level of confidence versus yours. This is unbelievable. Amazon microslip. Oh, sorry, the microslip. Listen to me. Amazon microblend slip silver. You know what pops up, Jamie? You pop up. These are the challenges that we gave you multiple times to go in and put your product against this $18.99. You know, you can't get the $18.99 anymore. They sold out. These were people who saw the demonstration of us asking Jamie to do the demonstration, and you can't find it now. You can only get the gallons, and even the gallons are still cheaper than his $60 product. There you go. Just type in at the top, simple and plain, Amazon microblend slip silver. There's where you can buy it at. They have it right over there, exact same color as Jamie's product. And down here, these are the only videos that will pop up on it, which are ours, asking Jamie to do the demonstrations, which he failed to do because he's terrified of the product. Mind you, this is in 2022 that we were requesting this, and he still hasn't done it yet. So anytime you type in that, anybody who types in that anywhere, that's always going to pop up those videos. And he still hasn't done them yet. So what is the difference between his acrylic paints and any other acrylic paint? What's the difference? Like I said, all screen paints are acrylics. All of them come from over the counter. It's what makes them different. You can have somebody go to the store right now and buy a box of Betty Crocker cake mix. Everybody can buy it from anywhere you go. But some people can do stuff to that cake mix, man, that you eat there like, what the freak is this? Like, Well, is this the same thing? Like, would you put this? Wait, this is the same cake mix and stuff I buy every day? Why does it taste this way? They can do something to it that nobody else can do to it. That makes it different from anybody else. And they can take that same Betty Crocker mix, put their secret ingredient and sell it and make money off of it because they can do something that even Betty Crocker themselves couldn't do. That's what makes it different. So our product is acrylic. It has to be, because everything else doesn't work, doesn't paint correctly. But we got something to make ours different. That's why we got screen paints that can absorb sunlight. That's why we got screen paints that can knock out black screens and gunmetal screens and all that stuff. We can make our own stuff and put it against our own screens, or we can have you make it and put it against our own screens, and it doesn't match. It's black acrylic paint. It's just different because of what we add to it. Everybody is the same way. If anyone tells you they're anything different, they're a liar. So with that being said, big eye opener for you all. So you all know, yes, it's all acrylic paint at the end of the day. It's what makes it different. Everybody has something different. That one fellow that I bought something called Pro HD, I'll never forget that stuff when I got it over here. That was the most interesting paint I've ever seen. Got it over here, it produced a much higher white level, was able to maintain the contrast levels. Of course, our stuff would have easily taken it out, but that wasn't the point. I wanted to see how it would compare to Jamie's paint. It came up with very clean white levels, but it was able to maintain that contrast. For a great paint, it was extremely good. I would say, I could honestly say that if that paint existed at the time when I was making my great paint, it would have gave me a hard way to go. It might have even probably beat some of my stuff. It was actually pretty good. But his product is acrylic. But whatever he did to it, yeah, it's definitely much different from what I've seen. So that's what you have to look at. That's why I tell you, our customers at the end of the day, that go in and ask the questions. Ask, what's the difference between your over-the-counter acrylic paint and any other one? I want to see those demonstrations. If they refuse to give you that information, then go buy the other paints. At the end of the day, you can ask us the same question. What's the difference between your product at the end of the day and acrylic paints? This is why we're the ones who started the black versus black. We've started a lot of this stuff at the end of the day. We really do. Let me see. Oh, I'm not even, forgot. I got to finish my Leviathan and Sugar Plums being pushed back to the 77s. We got something working for those. But we are going to bring out the Black Cinemax. That is definitely coming out. Actually, we got a tester for that that's going to be showing that off. Let's see. Let's show. I love this. I finally figured out how to get this thing to work. Man, this thing was a headache when I first did it, because it's just showing this woman up there with this freaking yoga mat in her hand. I'm like, how the frick do you get this to work? Then I finally figured out what it was, and I had to go in and tamper with it a little bit. And I was like, oh, this is how you get it to work. It's pretty cool. These things are pretty awesome if you get them to work. This is our demonstrations right here on our products. If you come to the top, these are our mountains of tests, demonstrations. We have tests all over the site. This is called the More page. Literally, our pages have showrooms attached to them because we didn't have enough room. They don't allow you to have a lot of pictures. There's not a lot of videos they allow you to have in the shopping carts. So we thought we'd just add in showrooms. You can go to any one of these showrooms. We get tons of information, tons of pictures, tons of test demonstrations. We even have a page dedicated for 1,000 projector setups, which I need to go in there and put more stuff in there. And this right here is all our paints right here with all testing inside and outside. We have links in all the carts so that way you can see the products on 1,000 projectors and so forth. Also an ultra short throw, and at the bottom of our disclaimer right here for projectors we don't support, we have our tons of pictures of showing our product, why it doesn't match any acrylic black paints or fabrics or sheets or anything you could possibly think of. It's right here. Even demonstrations on, Danny, listen to me here, ultra short throw projectors outside on a black versus black. Why we don't match sheets. I brought that a couple of times to say, well, how come I can't do the same thing with a sheet? There you go right there. How come I can't do the same thing with micro mesh? There you go right there. That right there is black magic. That's domino. That's actually the top of a projector case with black and shiny. I thought it'd be pretty cool to put on camera, see if I can match it. That's a black tablecloth right there. Black strips are all tablecloths for the entire environment. This is a new technology we developed on the Eclipse Slate. This one all has been tested. Black paint again here. Oh, we gotta get these videos to work here a little better here. This right here is the 44 Phantoms. These are the ones we actually painted into the screen. These test demonstrations go back as far as sevens. That's how long we've been doing these tests. Black versus black isn't nothing new. That's why I explained to Danny them. When we talk about stuff, you guys think that you say, well, we must have just made it up. No, black versus blacks has been going out since the 70s. We've been doing those demonstrations. Oh, my goodness. digital 4K crystal onyx. This is when we first started developing black technology. I love it when we get people to come on my channel and they think we just started this. No, we did this 8 years back. 8 years. We've been doing this for quite some time, perfecting black technology. This is how long it literally takes to do it. It takes a long time. Tons of trial and error. A lot of hard work. And you jokers think you're going to come up here and make some product at the end of the day overnight. These are beta testers under the product. A fellow by the name of Zone 708 is actually one of our testers under the digital 4K crystal onyx technology. So basically, our technology goes back, I told you from the door, 8 years back. So Danny, I was making black paint before you ever existed, ever on YouTube. Before you even knew what a black technology was, I was here. There's more, these are all us. We're not that guy right there. Let's just give us a message to Danny about his black paint. These are all the beta testers under our technology. That's what I said. You guys don't have enough experience to work with black technology. It takes years to learn it. You can't just do it overnight. If your so-called black paint worked at the end of the day, as you said it did, it should pick up on ultra short throw projectors with no problem at all. It's the most easiest projector to use. It's extremely easy. I'd rather, if I had a paint that didn't work too well, I'd rather just be on ultra short throws all day long. There's no way in the world I can miss on that one, unless the screen doesn't pull up better contrast, but still, I can fake that one pretty good. You're sitting right up on top of the screen. How are you a black screen and you can't pick up on an ultra short throw literally sitting that close? That's like if I take a venue projector and I slide it all the way up to the screen and it doesn't work. There's something wrong there with that paint. See the outlines of that screen? That's black. I was making that stuff 8 years back. So you guys weren't around, you didn't exist, and you get up there and talk all this trash about how our white levels don't pull up and how we're matching black paint. So how is that possible that we're matching this stuff when we were been around 8 years ago? And you guys didn't even exist. This is a beta tester testing our products out. This is where I tell you, Jamie, when we go to court, you're not going to win. You're going to lose. You're going to be sued for millions of dollars, including jail time. That's a demonstration from 8 years ago, not from us, from a beta tester, and there's tons of them. This is showing black technology that's able to produce a bright white level in another person's home who was testing it for us. So how is it now that when we bump into you later on, that all of a sudden our product basically becomes so dark that you can't see it, but 8 years ago it was running perfectly? Interesting, isn't it? Yep, well, like I said, it's gonna be bad for you. I got a history on my technology. So how is that possible? Oh, he had a special camera too. He was using ISO, that's what he was using. That nonsense was made again. You guys didn't exist. What about you naysayers that are coming through and talking all that trash? Where were you 8 years ago when I was developing that technology? Where were you? Nowhere to be found, right? So how is it possible that the product we make now, which is far more advanced than this, is coming up dark, but we had 8 years ago doing this? And this was basically products at that particular time that were still really good, but now our stuff is far more advanced. So where were you? How come you didn't comment on any of the videos? Oh, because you didn't exist, that's why. See, I have an archive. I can go back to even gray paints, even farther back than this, where you didn't even exist either. You were unheard of, which I can show you products that I made way back, many years back, of the same product that you have sitting on your wall. I already made it already. Yep. This is one of the beta testers.
This video right here, I'm gonna get into the 4 different applications you can use with the digital one, Crystal Onyx, black screen technology.
Now, at that particular time, 8 years ago, there were no 4Ks, there were 1080p's. So let me get this straight. Oh, okay. I'm not hitting on here. Sorry about that. So let me get this straight. I need you out of here altogether. Yep. Cancel. Cancel the Lightroom program. Thank you. All right. Now cancel it. Thank you. That's the Lightroom program. Let me ask you a question. You're going to go back, Jamie, and pull up this video and say, oh, they were using the ISO. Really? Seriously? How would you know that? You didn't even exist when this video was around. You were not even heard of. At the clarity at the end of the day, that shows that you're definitely crazy. I'm gonna go back to the video 8 years back and go, oh, but this is how it is. They were using special cameras on it. Dude, no one knew who you were. We didn't even know. We bumped into you right around the town. We brought out the D5K. So we didn't know who you were. So how are you gonna make a comment on something you weren't even around? There's the image right there. My little basketball. That's why you got to be careful about talking trash at the end of the day. Really do. Come out looking like an idiot. For those of you who have gray paints on your wall, I was making it before they were. I was here longer. There we go. Notice the rollers, they copied the rollers, they copied everything. So this is right here, repainting digital and crystal screen paint 1 hour or less. This is where we got banned from AVS forums because I had to go insert with Mississippi Man, which you don't know who he is in the day. You should, but you don't because you weren't in that era. Mississippi Man was a huge admin over at AVS forums, and he had a product that had these massive amount of instructions. It was insane, and his product took forever to paint. Much like something like Danny's paint. It's the same thing, something like that. And it took forever to dry. You had to go through sanding and all this nonsense. If your walls were black, you had to go through sanding and priming and all this crap. And we came in and did this demonstration in 1 hour or less. That's why the demonstration has titles like 1 hour or less, paint on any surface you want, because at that particular time with Goose Green running everything, you couldn't do that. And this demonstration right here was at the bottom 10 years ago. So when I tell you that the paints that you have from Jamie, from these people that are great products, all those great paints, they're old. They have been around forever. You literally have a paint sitting on your wall that is older than your projector. Nothing has changed in gray screen paints, not a thing. They all still do the same thing. They can't pick up contrast, they can't pick up color, they all do the exact same thing. Nothing has changed. Black technology, on the other hand, has evolved. It went from a screen that could maintain higher white levels, produce much more heavier contrast levels because they made the screens kind of like, not, they were like black, but a little bit lighter black so they can maintain a very high contrast, white level. But they make them darker, we make them darker now. We give them the ability to be able to produce much higher contrast levels and much higher white levels. That's why we do the tests on all these different surfaces and all these different white surfaces and different ultra short throws and low lumens and all that stuff to show that the product functions correctly. But gray paint doesn't do anything different. I can give you the ingredients for this product right now, and any one of them, they can put it against their product, and I guarantee it would match. There's no difference. It was all made out of black and white paint. You do know that, right? And some people would add some glitter, some people would add some silver to it, and the black was basically used as a toner. That's it. Just like when you watch Jamie in the demonstration make the black and white mixture for the Metallica 2.0, the base was white, and he put 2 tablespoons of white black paint in it. That's the toner. Same thing was made then, made now. Nothing different at all. The only way that you could basically show that a gray screen is different, you're going to have to show it. The 2.0 has a 3-hour challenge test demonstration sitting on top of it. No one has matched yet. We're still waiting. So yeah, one time I remember we had a naysayer who came in the room ranting and carrying. All you know is black paint. All you know is black paint. Hey, idiot, shut up for a minute. Listen to what I gotta say. Here's a video for you. Oh, you didn't know I made great products? Yes, I actually made them so good. I got a contract from overseas. It was kind of jacked up how things went down, but still, I got a contract overseas for my product. Isn't that interesting? So I was making your product before you even knew that I even exist. So what you have sitting on your wall, I can easily make just by looking at it because I made so much of this stuff. This is why I can get on camera and open up a top of Network Grade 773 and say it will match, and it will match because I used to make this stuff all day. Oh, yeah. How that hurts at the end of the day to go back and show your history. Can they show their history? No, they cannot. They don't have one. They've made the same great product from day one. We evolved. We went from this technology, different forms, different versions of great paint I've developed in that particular timeline. I've made that stuff in every single way you could possibly think of. This is the reason why I can look at you guys at the end of the day, stare at your screen, and I know how it's made because I've done it so many times it's not even funny. There's nothing special about that. You know the difference between the paint we have here and the paint we have now? A projector. That's it. If I had a P2 4K projector, that thing would look completely different. But now they take the same old paint that they made back then and they introduce it to a new model projector, and boom, you have a different image than what you have here. Because most of the work is being done by the projector. Ta-da! There you go. I scanned the crap out of you guys. That's black and white paint at the end of the day. That's how we made it. Black and white paint, a little bit of Martha Stewart silver, because that's back in the day when they had Martha Stewart before PPG. If Jamie knows anything about the history of Home Depot, which he does not, PPG was not their everyday regular contract paint. The first paint they had, they were contracted under with Martha Stewart's. It's called something living, or whatever it's called, beautiful living, metallic, whatever. But anyway, she had it at around 8 ounces, I think, for like 13 or 14 bucks. And then that went wrong. And then after that, they bought out PPG. That's when PPG came into play. But before that was Martha Stewart, and she held that freaking line of products for a very long time. And this is how this was made. It was made with silver pearlescent paints. It was made with gold glitter and sometimes silver, and it was also made with a base was bare 1050, and we would basically measure on how dark we wanted it by using basically how much black paint was added into the product. That's it. That's how all the paints were made back then. Every last one of them. Sometimes people put a little different and they put a little silver in it. It was the same combination, but people would put something different in it to make theirs different from somebody else. Sometimes they would put a little bit more black paint to make theirs darker. That's how it was back then. So what you're seeing now is the same paint from way back then, just being introduced to more advanced and better projectors. There you go. So the technology we make, again, when we made that back in the day, we're using 2000 lumen NEC projectors. That's what we're using. I have 11080p from time to time. But those demonstrations were enough for a company to come down from Hungary and sign us to a 10-year global contract, which he doesn't have because, again, at that particular time, Jamie wasn't selling paint. He was giving it away for free. Did you know that? That's why we had the demonstration showing you the mixture and how to make it, because he was giving it away for free. He said in the video when I first met him, he said that I was a scumbag because that I would choose to sell my product. Well, it's my business. If I want to sell paint, it's my business. If you want to give it away for free, that's your business at the end of the day. But eventually he went from selling it, giving it away for free, to basically selling it. because he made a statement on camera one time by saying that I can't afford to give this away for free. Technically, you're not making the paint and giving away for free. You're posting the ingredients. It would only cost you one time to make the ingredients, then you would put it up and everybody could have it for free. Well, not really for free, they still would have to pay for it to get the ingredients. So that's when he started selling the product. And he became very agitated and upset with me because I wouldn't give him ingredients to our products. That's how we met Jamie. So if Jamie goes back and said that never happened, well, you explained the 2.2 video right here we have of you basically making the product for free. Right there. You know what that video is? That's inside of his apartment. There's his dinette right there. And there's that strange painting he has in the background. There's his curtains right there. Yeah, nothing has changed in your apartment in God knows how long. Gee, but it's the same curtains you have in the same spot. That's the same painting. Maybe that's sentimental value, but I don't know. But anyway, that is your environment right there, Jamie. So this is when he gave products away for free at this particular time. But the problem we have now is the products that he gave away for free are the very same products that he sells now to you. You guys been getting ripped off. And all he did was just take the same old products from back then and introduce them to a 4K projector or a high-end projector to change the image. That's why in our demonstrations we use a lot of 720p older model projectors to show at the end of the day that we don't have to rely on high-end projectors to make our products look good. As we always have done. Now, if Jamie ever sits there and denies that he never ever gave his products away for free, he will explain that. Why in the world would you get on camera a person who sells screen paint and do a demonstration like this if you weren't giving them away for free? Who does that? Yeah, he gave his products away for free. That video is extremely rare. We got copies of it everywhere. I'm pretty sure other people have made copies of the video also too. That video went missing. That was one of the first ones. There was a bunch of them. There was a bunch of these videos. I mean, a lot of them. And one by one, it just started disappearing. But for some reason, he left this one sitting around. And this is when he was selling screen paint products. So we made this particular mixture and we matched it against several of his mixes that match perfectly. Personal Mix, Cinemax, it matched all of them. No problem whatsoever. And that's when we realized that he was giving away, he was selling free, he was actually trying to sell free paint. Now, for those of you who want to argue with me on that, I'll show you something here. It's called the Black and White Paint Challenge. That's what we call it. So we stole Google images off Google. Let's see. Easy to track this one down. Black and White Screen Paint Challenge. So we have to put its name in there. There you go. There's the ingredients how to make the Metallica Mix 2.0.
Keep in mind, it doesn't make a difference. Okay, how we doing up there? First things first. My name's Ken.
Now in this demonstration, we made this Metallica Mix 2.0, but we didn't put it against Metallica Mix, we put it against the Personal Mix. Because I was curious to see if I make this free mix, is it possible it would match anything else? And it did. It actually matched the Personal Mix perfectly. And this is where we figured out how to make his products on camera. Very easy to do. It just comes by a couple of tablespoons of black paint. Now say you're afraid of messing that up. Well, guess what? He did come on camera and do a demonstration against Network Grade 773 at a perfect match. So you just showed everybody how to, why would anybody buy? First and first, why would anybody buy the Cinemax when you clearly showed a demonstration bearing the receipts, showing the container, and you're right on camera, showing yourself matching this product? Why would anyone sit there and spend the money for the Cinemax when you can basically do it at Network Gray? And at that, keep in mind, this is a shelf paint. This is no black paint involved in it. This is, you slide it right off the shelf, and it does the exact same thing as this product. Now again, if you want to be in here ranting, Jamie and Karen, or those sheep, you want to be in here carrying on and ranting at the end of the day, again, I told you they're sheep. They can't help it. They follow him everywhere he goes. If you want to be in here ranting at the end of the day, then do me a favor. Tell me what screen paint you have on your wall. Simple question. I'm not going to that. Ask me what screen paint you have. So let me get this straight. Because I come in here, I put these individuals on blast that are ripping off people at the end of the day, stealing from them. They have products that are matching house paint at the end of the day. I don't have a life at the end of the day. Oh, I do have a life. I just don't like the industry, a business that I work for. I love home theater. I love my work at the end of the day. I get up every single morning at 4 o'clock in the morning. I get my work in. You can tell by my videos at the end of the day, I have more video demonstrations than just about anybody in this field. So I do love what I do for a living. What I don't appreciate is when people come on here and they fake to be something that they're not. And people who come on here for the first time to buy a screen paint or anything, their first time learning about this field, and they get ripped off by one of these jokers at the end of the day that can't even explain proper information on how this stuff actually works. Now, if alone, there's tons of videos on robbing people. Now, you're telling me at the end of the day that you support this nonsense? You support this fellow who went in and ripped a whole bunch of people off at the end of the day? So when we go to his website, we go to the website right now, you're going to tell me the same products on him, what you say, matching these house paints, they're not going to be sold on the website? That's why we call y'all sheep, those particular individuals sheep. You're like the abused housewife. That's what you are. He beats on you every single day, and you come in with black eyes and bloody lips, and you make excuses. Oh, I dropped something. Oh, I deserved it. Oh, I did this. I deserve it. That's what you do. So again, I don't listen to you when you talk. When you come in here, I don't listen to you. And the reason why I don't listen to you, because you clearly see the man on camera matching the product. You clearly see the same product in the website, and yet you will come in here and justify his means. It means at the end of the day, I don't argue with sheep. Sheep are mindless animals at the end of the day. They can only follow whatever you put in front of them is what they will follow. They're mindless. They can't make their own decisions at the end of the day. That's why we consider y'all to be the sheep. Yeah. You're the sheep at the end of the day. Keep it up, I'll block you. Because I don't want you on here to begin with. I don't want your nonsense on here. You're a sheep. You come on here and you try to justify this guy's action. And this guy is ripping people off. And you're justifying that. But yet you can't tell me what screen paint you have on your wall. It's funny, these guys will come and say, oh, I got an OLED TV. That's kind of interesting. Someone with an OLED TV really doesn't have an interest in projectors at all whatsoever. That's why they have the OLED TV. So why would a person who loves OLED have an OLED TV come here and argue about a screen paint? See how dumb y'all sound? And then y'all make these excuses up. Other one came in and said he had a cinema gray. A cinema gray? Really? I mean, the fact you came in and you bragged about a cinema gray makes me not want you in the room. You could have said a dark star 9. I mean, that's at least something at the end of the day, but no, that's another lie right there. You would come in here and just lie about the product. Showing a lot of passion for somebody who has screens at the end of the day that had nothing to do with screen paints. That sounds kind of awkward and weird. At the end of the day, it sounds phony. So let me show you right here. Now they want to cry. They always cry here. We get the town criers all the time. They're crying and whining. You can cry you want. When you come in here and you cry like this doesn't help you. Because clearly people are seeing this man's ripping people off. Just like when Danny went there and talked all this trash about his product and he pushed his date back. And then turned around and sat there and said out of his mouth, clearly saying that it'll be available again. What again? It was never available to begin with. Here come the caps. The caps and the waterworks. Here they come with the caps, crying and whining. Stop crying. The only customers are not going to, well, sheep will come in for this, but everyday customers with common sense are not going to come in here and back this guy, especially when they got ripped off. Not going to happen. All right, that's the paint made out of over here. That's the ingredients for the paint right there. This is how you make the Metallica 2.0. Literally has it right there in the front, right there, how it's made. All right. Now that product is a Metallica, right? That's a Metallica. I'm not reading your books, so stop writing them. Let's go over here to the blacklist, simple and plain. I ain't got to say much here. We got it right here. This is a Metallica 2.0. This is how it's made for free, right here, side by side. This right here is network grade 773, sold on his website. Here it is right here. Him showing a demonstration of bearing receipts on the network grade 773. And this demonstration right here clearly shows that we try to remove videos off his account and got busted. Come on now, it is what it is. Why are you always crying about something? Always crying. In here, cry me a river. Matter of fact, oh, now they might be out of that drought already. Look at this nonsense. What's going on here? We show this dozens of times. What's going on? What is this right here? Tell me, what's this? What's this? What's the title of the video? You can read, right? What's the title of the video? The video clearly says Pro Cinemax versus SW, right? You know what Jamie looks like, right? That's him in the video, correct? Now I'm just trying to get a grasp on why your brains are so empty when we give you this information. You're going to tell me I don't have a life at the end of the day. So let me get this straight. It's okay for people like this to go in, match house paint, and still sell the product on the website. No apologies. Don't pull the product off the website, still sell it. Let's talk about that other product that doesn't even exist, that mystical black, whatever stuff doesn't exist. Black Frankenstein, we got receipts for that. So it's okay for him to do this, right? Yes or no? It's okay for him to rip other people off. Yeah, see, always the same thing. Quiet can be. Always quiet, always quiet. Yeah. I know. I'm about to block you in a few minutes anyway. Run your mouth. I'm going to show you something before I block you. There's the receipts right there. There's a man right there painting the screen down right there. Now, we all see this. Everybody's seen this. But you sheep can't see this at the end of the day. You know what makes it so sad? That the fact that you sheep have this on your wall. We know you have it on your wall. And you got ripped off. And even when you got ripped off, you still come in and say, oh, there's nothing wrong with the product. Here you go. Watch very carefully. Watch. I want you to watch this real carefully. Watch.
Down here, if you look at the bottom, there are no lights at the bottom of the screen. They noticed that there were lights actually reacted to the bottom of the screen. We're trying to get
I could sell y'all Kool-Aid water at the end of the day and say it's screen paint and y'all would buy it.
Your attempts, you still failed.
I don't make y'all look smart at the end of the day. See, look at that.
There you go.
Look at that. What the frick was that? No. Don't get mad. What the heck was that? Look at this mess. What the heck was all that? Look, it even matched the freaking commercial. Look at this. What's that? What is that? That's him on camera right there. What is that? I didn't ask for the books. You're writing books over here. No one asked for the books. You're seeing the same thing everybody's seeing. Look at this. His 4K projector washed out. That's supposed to be red. His hoodie right now is a better red than the screen we have over here. Look at the color of the hoodie. Look at the screen. That's on a 4K laser projector. His product doesn't even work on 4K. Look at that. Now, this is the Cinemax right here. This is supposed to be his best product on sold, right? Okay. Let's go to the website. Now I'm going to read through this website because, again, I'm going to go through it real quick. And as we read through this website, you will see that these people are the same people in the room defending this man, saying that I don't have a life at the end of the day. No, people need to step in and basically investigate these people at the end of the day. Because then you got to consider the people at the end of the day who came in here, bought this product, had a conversation with this man on the phone or email, and he said at the end of the day that, hey, look, this product's gonna work fine, it's different from any other house paint, it's this, that, and the other, blah, 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 and then turn around, it matches house paint. So what about all the people who bought this product previously to this mess? What about that? So it's okay for him to go and rip those people off, right? That's okay. That's a pass right there. That's a pass. What about this mess right here? This right here is bare silver screen. That's a $6 sample against his product. So the laugh emojis you're seeing, that's Jamie's signature right there. When you see Jamie, Jamie's probably in here with a fake account trying to justify his means. But it is what it is. Jamie Fernando Gonzalez. It's right there, buddy. You can't get around that.
Saying, great job, fantastic, looks amazing. Where can I buy?
Look at that.
Where is this coming up at? Paint the product in. And you still bought it.
And this is a man who literally walked out. Isn't that your video right there? Did you not make that video? Again, I'm done. I'm done having a conversation with this guy. It's right there. There's the video right there. This is you right here, clearly walking out of a Home Depot with it in your hand.
Right there, coming out of Home Depot, with a container of bare silver screen. And it's going to be a side-by-side comparison of this product to show you that this product is different than bare silver screen. We are making a copy right now.
Oh, the excuses. Now that's bare silver screen. Again, man, your site is a scam site. I know you don't want to sit there and tell people. And look, I'm going to tell you people, the same energy we're seeing in the room with him carrying on, you're going to see the exact same energy fired up on his channel of him carrying on and acting up. Same thing. Pictures, rant, and the higher night. He just does the same thing. Just be warned, this is the energy you're going to pick up here. You're going to see it over here. All right, let's go over here and let's look at this product. See if you're still selling this product on your site. That's the part you're not understanding, Jamie. That's the part you're not getting. You are selling a product that you are matching clearly house paint right here. We can see it, right? You're on camera, man. And then we go to your website and you're probably still, I'm not gonna say, maybe you took them off, but let's see if you're not selling these products on your website. So let's go over to shop. All right, let's pull up the shop. Let's see if you're still selling the Cinemax on your site. There it is right there. There's the Cinemax right there on your site. That's the same product of you in the video bearing a receipt, showing off the container of paint, matching it with no problem on camera. And you're selling it in here for 60 bucks. That costs the customer anywhere from $20 to $30 a gallon. Now, if you're going to tell me that that's a different product at the end of the day, look, there's the same energy. I told you, same energy of carrying on, giant caps, all that stuff, same energy in here. But anyway, as I said before, if you're saying that this is a different product than what we just saw in that video, you wouldn't mind doing that demonstration and involving the slip silver in that, because I'm dying to see the slip silver. As I told you before, I will buy your product and get it down here, and we will do the test on the slip silver because that's a test you've been fighting. You don't want to do it. Metallica 2.0. This is the product right here that you can make for free. That's a product. He's selling a free product on his website right there. This is also the same product where we tell you, Jamie, we're not going to come on here and lie, man. I'm not going to come on here and say things that are not so. Question, is that your image? Did that come from the screen paint? Did it? You stole this image. This has nothing to do with your product. Anyone can come in here. Jamie, look, if you're going to call me a liar at the end of the day, anybody can log onto your website. I'll put your web address right there. They can go to the 2.0 and they can do the same thing I just did. And guess what's going to happen? They're going to hit the back button, and this picture has nothing to do with you. I don't care what you do at the end of the day. This doesn't bother me. When you do stuff like this, this shows at the end of the day that we are right, and this is your frustration. So you can see Jamie's very triggered. But let's keep going. We're going to go over here. That doesn't bother me, Jamie. You understand? It doesn't bother me. It just shows that you're triggered. That's all it does. It doesn't bother me. But let's go over here and show you right here. Now, he could have removed this off his site easily could have removed this off his site, but he didn't do it. You know why? Because again, he likes to rip people off. Do you see anywhere in here that says anything about this involving his product? Nope, it's basically a part of the Food Network. That's what it's a part of. It has nothing to do with him at all, which means he went over to Google and he ripped off images, put them on his site to make it believe that this is what his product actually looks like when it doesn't. Buddy, look, Jamie, this is the funny part. We need to get you to understand. Anybody can go to the blacklist. Anyone can watch the same demonstrations we have there. Anyone can go back to your website and confirm to see if you're still selling the same products. What are you going to say after that? Anyone can hit the back button, hit the Google image search, and find this popping up on Google. What are you going to say? They're liars too. Everybody's liars. You're the only one that's doing anything truthfully. So if a dozen people come in and they do this same thing that I just did, they're all liars too. That sounds like a person that has very deep mental issues. It's right there on your site. You never removed it. You didn't even try to hide it. You didn't even try to hide it. It's right there. Well, whatever you want. Whatever you want to say you're going to court for that, so we don't care. But it doesn't make a difference. You're calling me a scammer at the end of the day, but your products are basically fake Google images right here, and you are selling a product that you give away for free. Well, used to give away for free. Cinemax is on here. Come back real quick. Let's go find the Personal Mix. Personal Mix is not down here because he removed it. This is where the Personal Mix used to be at, where the 2.0 metallic is. You know why? Because if you go to the top of the header, it tells you what used to be there. The Personal Mix used to be there, where the 2.0 is at now. Because he removed it and he put it somewhere else that the Americans couldn't touch it, but the overseas, he could rip them off. If you go over to shop, and you go to the very top right over here, click on this for $165. He's ripping off his customers from overseas. He's charging them a $70 surcharge fee for a product that they can literally just go in and pick up at Home Depot. There you go. There's the Personal Mix right there. There's the Frankenstein. There's the Hybrid Mix. There's the Cinemax. And keep in mind, he names all these products gunmetal, which means he doesn't even know the color of his own products. Right there. Buddy, look, the Personal Mix, we just watched it at matching a house paint. You have it hidden up in here. Frankenstein, we can't find it anywhere. There's no demonstrations on it. It's completely gone. So you're definitely hiding that. The Hybrid Mix, we definitely want to order that because we know that product at the end of the day is nothing more than just house paint. Actually, there's this video with these two side by side look exactly the same. Cinemax, we already know is network grade 773. And you got it up here for $169 for your overseas customers, ripping them off. See, right here, ripping off overseas customers right there. That's only for you guys. He put those in there only for you. Those other paints aren't found anywhere else on the site. Now, let's come out of here. I don't care. You can, Jamie, that doesn't bother me at all. It just clearly shows that you're triggered. That's all it shows. All right, so let's come over here and let's go back over to shop and let's go over to, let me see what he has here on this one. There's the Cinemax, there's the 2.0. Let's go over to this product called Crystal Dark Mixed. This product doesn't exist anywhere. I really don't care about that. That doesn't bother me. This is called a Dark Crystal Mix. This product doesn't exist anywhere at all. And he's charging people $60 for a product that doesn't even exist. Where is the product? Can't find it. The only thing that comes up under the Dark Crystal Mix is our aware videos that we made to warn you, stay away from this because this is fake. This is not even real. Jamie, if I come in here, all right, and I take this right here, am I going to find any customers, any video demonstrations of this product being shown or being displayed before you actually sold it? Am I going to find it? Is this site right here strictly designed for this product and this product only? All right, well, we'll just go take a look. That's all. That'll be us. That's us warning people at the end of the day, don't buy that product, stay off the website because the product is a fraud. It doesn't exist. It never did exist. He made a fake product, fake name, and stuck it on his website and tried to rip people off $60. There it is. That's us. Telling you right there, stay away from it. This video is going to come out. It doesn't exist. That paint does not exist anywhere. And this is what comes up at the bottom. That's basically about it. There is nothing else. You should have been the first one to pop up. And somebody talking about something completely different. Nothing. There's nothing there. the product doesn't exist. So why do you have a product on your website that you're selling that doesn't exist? This is another ripped off image right here from Google. Stole that one too. Let's get that out of the way. There we go. Let's do a search, see if we can find it come up under your name. No, it has nothing to do with you. You stole the image off Google. Another stolen image. Even the Cinemax has stolen images from Google. It has nothing to do with you. So what makes this product even worse, I'm going to show you something even more shocking. The product description for this product has it always been for this product called the Crow's Dark Crystal Mix. Let's read what it says at the bottom. It sounds familiar, like another product. You have right here, he says, okay, people, this is one of my first mixes. No, if it was, you would have been free. I ever created. It's been used for business and churches, outside and venue. It works best with high lumen projectors of 35. That's not considered high. And up and up for best picture quality. I don't recommend for home use unless it's up to you. And then it says, want deeper blacks, then look no farther. Now, this product right here. That's what you're talking about, right? Let's show you what the product used to be. It was a Frankenstein used to be here. This is the description for the Frankenstein. It's not a description for the Dark Crystal Mix. These pictures right here, these are pictures that he put up with some of the slander ones, but these are pictures that he put up for the Frankenstein. So all he did was come into his shopping cart, make up a fake name of a product, no testing, no pictures next to it. You can't find anything on YouTube. The only thing that pops up is warning people not to go near it. And he named it a product and charged $60 for it. It's right there. It's an active shopping cart. Well, Jamie, look, the way you react is you just laugh. That's all you do. That's all you do is just laugh all day long, because again, you rob people and you don't care. At the end of the day, proof is right there. At the bottom, this is his shipping policy. We've seen this before. This is a nightmare for any customer that orders this product. Returns and refund policy. Once the product is delivered, and again, spelled incorrectly, no returns or refunds. If it lands on your property, the minute that property it drops, there's nothing you can do about it. Only exchange for a different mix if the container wasn't open. How would you know if anything was wrong with it? It has no test underneath of it, has no batch number. You don't know. You could paint this on your wall and have a gray wall, like, I wonder if this matches the gray wall I have here. And you paint that on there and you find that it does. You come back and call him and he goes, oh no, buddy, I can't do anything for you. I can't do this for you and I can't do that for you due to the fact that it landed on your property. Now, just in case, what if you didn't open it? What if you never opened it? You just put the container up there and it matched, right? But it landed on your property, so he's got you there too. See how he set it up? If you never opened it, he still got you. If you open it, he got you. Either way, it's designed basically to rip off his customers. I don't know what you're getting upset about. Actually, we're making that today. We're actually going to make this today, so that's nothing. No, we're making that today. Now, you notice how he didn't put any of his demonstrations up because, again, we told you about that. We gave him twice to make it. Actually, you got a third time. Why I have you in here, which is good. I'm giving the option to make our product again the third time. So can you make that today? Because we're waiting for that. This we're making right here with no problem. We have a black version of the Dynasty on the table right now, high fluorescent glitter, and I ordered the mid wax in silver. So we'll be making that today. Okay, whatever. Let's move on. Anyway, we already made that statement already. We're making the product already. I don't know why he's going back to that. All right, let's go over here. So this basically, this product doesn't exist anywhere. The Dark Crystal Mix is fake. It's not real. And yet he has it on sale. How are you going to have something on sale that doesn't exist? All right, let's come out of the shop real quick. Let's go pop over really quick, real fast, back to that Cinemax real quick. I'm going to show you something. Now, you see this image right here? That's not his image from his paint. Notice how the image is really close up. These are the ones you got to watch out for. These are the ones that are the fake images. I'm going to show you something. Come over here and let's hit Google search. You notice every time we start looking for images, he gets more and more frustrated. See, I told you. And we know him already. See how frustrated he's getting? He'll do that over and over again because he doesn't want you to see this. All right, let's go over here to find images, see if it has anything to do with his product. And no, it doesn't. Actually, it belongs to somebody else. He actually stole the image, put it up there to try to say that that's how dark his levels come up on the Cinemax. See, this is the reason why, people, we take time out of our day to show you this stuff. Because again, I've done demonstrations on not just him, I've done dozens of demonstrations on knockoff projectors, explaining when people were buying these fake machines and why they weren't working. We did all the different high-end projectors. We went in, we did the knockoff projectors here, warning people to stay away from them because these projectors are really bad for customers. But again, we also too put these individuals on blast. Because again, Jamie, this is, you're in the video right here. And it is what it is, okay? We can't say that we came in and we deliberately, what's the word for it? Slandered you. We have the proof right here. So if you ever decide to take me to court and say I slandered you, I got all this evidence right here and more to show that everything that we talk about, we back it up. All right, well, that's your opinion at the end of the day. You're entitled to your own opinion, right? It is what it is. Right here, sending us, we ordered a Cinemax from you and you sent me a product that was black because you couldn't back up the product. You only had one job, take the money and process the order. That's it. And literally send us a black product. I don't know why you even went through all that to begin with, because now it ends up staining your name that you can't actually ship out products, and customers can potentially be scammed because you can't ship out proper product. But you didn't even win the claim. You lost the claim right there. All that was for nothing. Yeah, okay. Well, anyway, it is what it is. So as I said before, you got one fellow over here who can't even open up his site correctly because, again, he's got to push the date back due to the fact that he can't back his products up. That'll be Danny. Can't back anything up. And Jamie, by your big brother, what do you call you? Your big brother thing? I don't know what you do. I think Danny's your big brother or something, because you always constantly bring him up. Like, wait till my big brother come home. Or wait till my big brother meet you. That's your attitude. That's how you act at the end of the day. Got a bit of a crush or something? But anyway, you always bring up Danny. Well, let me explain to you what happened to Danny today. Danny pushed his site back to the 23rd because he can't back the product up. It doesn't work. I clearly said this was going to happen. So anything you claimed about Danny's products and we being afraid of it and this, that, and the other, he threw you under a bus. How does that feel? I'm just putting it out there. You want to see it for yourself? Here, you can go over to the site. You know, it's no problem. Bring it up, no problem for you. There we go. And he said again, which is interesting. How can you put down again if you never had it available to begin with? There we go. We got 23rd, right? That's the date. Unless you went in and removed it. There you go. No, don't get mad. Right there. He moved it back to the 23rd. And he said again, as if it was being sold when it never was being sold. Look, we do these demonstrations. We're done talking to him. We do these demonstrations because, again, screen paints need to be tested, just like everything else. And we advise for people to ask us for our tests. Any test that you ask for any screen paints, you need to make sure the timestamp is showing that it was tested before the product was ever sold. As I said before, all paints that come over the counter are acrylic at the end of the day. You have to be to show what makes your acrylic product better or different than anyone else. That's why tests are important, to be able to show this. Tests are also important because it allows you to make a proper specification sheet. Neither one of them have it at the end of the day because they didn't really do any tests. Everything was off the top of their heads. So, gentlemen, you have to test. And that's why I say any customer, if you're buying from me, if you're buying from anybody, make sure you ask for that house paint comparison. What's the difference between your product and everyday grade paints? What's the difference between our products and black paint? Ask the questions. See, this is what I find interesting right now if you look at the messaging down below. As you can see, Jamie is very, very frustrated with me telling people what to ask for. Before you even give anybody a nickel or dime, you ask for those tests. And he's frustrated by this because you know why? He don't have any tests. There is no demonstrations. We have them on camera, matching house paints and all that other crazy stuff. So you can't back your products up. You know that. If a customer comes to you right now and says, hey, what's the difference between your stuff and this grade paint or that grade paint? What are you going to say? You can't back it up. Well, how about I give you the opportunity? I'm a fair person. I'll give you the opportunity. Back the product up to date. Go to Home Depot. Your Home Depot's in your area, right? Go to Home Depot and go pick you up some gray paint. That's all you got to do. How about you do the demonstration today? How about that? And we're giving you another opportunity to make our screen paint. You did the first time, you failed. Second time you failed. That one demonstration, we still know it. Them little black specks were all over this. It was really nasty looking, very grimy and gritty. And we haven't seen any more demonstrations after that. And then you came up here with some kind of Norton paint, which again, if I was going to do that, I would have wanted a much more darker paint. Norton's a little too light for me, but we're going to do one better than what you have. And we're going to blow it out of the water. We're making it today. So that's nothing at all, period. And we've done our product is tested. Now, since we're doing these demonstrations, like I said, you wouldn't mind humoring all of us and go and pop over to Home Depot right now and pick up some gray paints, right? I didn't ask you all that. I asked you a simple question. I said you wouldn't mind going over to Home Depot and picking up some gray paints. That's what I asked you. I didn't ask you for a book. Didn't ask you for a book. I asked you simple and plain. Go over to Home Depot, pick up some paints. Pick up some of these paints over here. Got a couple of them over here for you. Now, keep in mind, Jamie, you can avoid this if you want. You can avoid if you want it. I'll have your paints down here. I'll buy them myself, and I'll do the test for you. But I'm giving you the chance to do it yourself. All right, well, that's basically about it. I don't have time for the rants or books and laugh emojis and all that stuff. Now, we know Jamie all too well. When Jamie gets nervous, when he gets scared, you'll see a lot of emojis. This is something you will see. This is how he reacts. But it's a simple question. Like I said, I'm doing a test today. And right now I'm going to do a demonstration on that Nord nonsense. We came in and we did the demonstration for you. We're giving you a third chance to make it again. And you choose that you don't want to do it. Simple question. Simple question. Make the product. Put it against your screen. That's all you got to do. Oh, for the person who's sitting there and saying fight, look, let me explain something to you. Again, y'all knew where I lived at. You never came to my address. Why didn't none of y'all come down to visit me? You knew I was at. So all that stuff is, we don't, yeah, that's just trash talk because you're behind a computer. Let me see, Jerry Jones. Jerry Jones. Let's look up your account real quick, Jerry Jones. Let me see. Oops, sorry, let me get that way. Jerry Jones. He said what? Let me see Jerry Jones. Who's Jerry Jones? Well, Jerry, I'll be in court. You can come down and see me if you want. You can come right down to court and see me. Right in court. I'll tell you exactly where we're going to be at. You can come see me. How about that? But no, I'm going to look at you right now. Jerry Jones is your account, right? Jerry Jones? Okay, let's dig you up right now. Let's see who you are, Jerry. Jones. Jerry Jones. How come nothing's coming up? This is you right here, right? In the channel right now, right? Oh, forgot to put the S in there. Let's put that S in there. Make sure we get this right. Buy what? What are we buying? Buy what? What are we buying, Jerry? What are we buying? Name. What are we buying? You're saying buy something. What are we buying? Actually, I own his products. At the end of the day, I have canceled receipts on all his products. So we did buy it already. Been there and done it already. See, this is where Jerry Jones doesn't know what he's talking about. Put down YouTuber. You got a fake account, Jerry Jones. You're not popping up anywhere. I'm looking for you. Nothing's coming up. This is your tag, right? I'll put down Jerry Jones, YouTuber. Oh, fake account. I did put down Jones. I put down exactly the way you have it down there. Yes, you have a fake account. How you gonna come on here with a fake account? Are you kidding me? Dude, bye-bye, bye-bye. You got blocked. Look at this. His name is Jerry Jones, right? Look what we typed in. Exactly. Jerry Jones. I put down YouTuber. You should have popped up. Bye. Fake account. I can't stand people who come in here. Jamie, you're embarrassing. Come in here with your sheep. Talk trash about fighting and all kinds of dumb nonsense. And you're not even man enough to come in here with a real account. I literally typed in your name right there. That's your tag right there. Typed it in and it comes up, nothing there. Man, that's embarrassing, Jamie. That's embarrassing. You got people coming in here with fake accounts now, claiming to be, I don't know what's worse. Your sheep basically like that abuse at the end of the day. Now you saw that, people. We just sat there and showed these people this person's website. We show him he's selling the same products on his website that he ripped people off at the end of the day. And this guy, Jerry Jones, comes in with the fake account, crying and whining about, oh, you want to fight? And the minute I say, hey, we're going to be at the courtroom, you can meet me over there, I'll give you the address. Nothing. Then he goes back to saying, oh, buy it, buy it, buy it. Yeah, coward. Anyway, now, you say you got this YouTube channel. I look it up. There's nothing there. There's everybody else coming up under Jerry Jones. You're not there at all. If you type in my name pops up first with all my videos. Even if I type in Crooked Crow at the end of the day, he pops up. If I type in Parte, he pops up. How come this joker didn't pop up? Oh, no. Forget it. I don't want to hear the crying game. Look, it is what it is. You're sheep at the end of the day. You prove my point. I set you guys up every time y'all come into the room. Why do you think I come in here and I set up the channel and I put the hot mic on? Because I want people to see the passion and how these sheep at the end of the day will sit here and serve this guy knowing that he's ripping them off. You see that? See how angry they get? They talk about fighting. They talk about this, that, and the other. They get all angry. They get upset. Buy this, buy that, get upset. These are the same individuals who got ripped off. This is what you call classic sheep. Literally showed you a demonstration right here of this fellow ripping people off. Same product he has here, he's selling on his website. Right there. And they came in here to support him. These are what you call mindless sheep at the end of the day. And we call you guys the sheep. The nickname they call for you in the real world, they call y'all idiots. That's what you call. What else can you say? How can you defend yourself? You're in here. It'd be better if you came here and didn't say anything at all. That's where you would have been better off. If you came in here and didn't say nothing, this would have made you look a little bit smarter. But the fact you came in here ranting and carrying on and upset with me due to the fact that I didn't sell you this paint. I didn't tell you this paint was going to do anything because we don't sell it. And we're clearly showing you the guy ripping you off, but yet you come in here and defend him, which means you're sheep. That's what you are. Your channels are not even legit. I go in there and pull up his channel on YouTube in a live stream, nothing comes up. It is what it is. And then you get angry and you try to basically point the damage somewhere else by saying, oh, you don't have a life because you want to go in here and you want to report this. It should be reported. Because then you have the other half that are not sheep. You have the other half we call victims. These are the ones that come on for the first time, learning about projectors, learning about screen paints for the first time, and they need someone to guide them in the right direction on what to buy and what they shouldn't buy. And you guys come in here and you do this to them. What about the individuals who bought this product before this video came out? What about them? Y'all so busy in here ranting about y'all at the end of the day and defending this guy. What about the individuals who got ripped off who purchased this product? Who thought this product was legit? That whatever this man told them on the phone, they believed it. What about them? So they have a right, basically, at the end of the day, to know the truth. And the others that come before them that will fall into that freaking cobwebs of lies on his website, they don't have a right to know the truth. So you support this scam at the end of the day, which makes you guilty, which means the same scam he's pulling on these customers, you are a part of, sheep. You're an organization of scammers. That's what you are. Because you see no wrong in this. You support this 100%. So what about the person, like I said, of after and before who falls into this? What are you going to tell them at the end of the day, that this product works perfectly fine? There's just nothing wrong with it. It doesn't match house paint. I have it myself. And lying yourself as you're scamming somebody else while you're doing it, you make it even worse because you even spread the lies. Dictators have no support, and dictators have no power unless they have support. That's how it works. You support it. That's what you do. You support this nonsense at the end of the day. And yes, I'm gonna come out here and expose you every chance I get. And you can sit there and cry and whine all day long about saying, oh, you should be. Yes, I will, every single day. And even offline, even corporations and business, I will warn them at the end of the day to stay far away from these products. And we have the videos, we have canceled receipts, we have documents, and sooner or later we're going to have basically lawsuits and judgments won to show how we handle with these situations online and to warn people to make them aware of these individuals that should not be selling. Gentlemen, you got it mixed up. You think at the end of the day, this has something to do with him telling us our process, we're scamming today. I can back myself up. I ain't got no problem with that. That's easy for me to do. So that I don't worry about at all, period. What I don't like is I don't like people like him that go out there and rob people at the end of the day and steal from them. Got a nerve to be on their calling other people scammers and clearly right here on camera ripping off people. And then what makes it even worse, you jokers coming in the room, you mindless sheep, supporting this nonsense, spreading these lies around so this individual can continue going on robbing people. I'm going to see if we could figure out a way how we could bring you into this lawsuit. That's what I'm going to do. Because if we can prove in court that this guy he has some kind of influence on individuals that were buying this product, and you guys were involved into spreading this nonsense about, we got the evidence right here. Every time you pop into this room and you start running your mouth about supporting this guy, we got the evidence right there. You've already given me what I wanted. I'm going to see if we can tie this into these lawsuits and make you guys liable for this nonsense. Because once we go to court for him touching the copyrights, there are other lawsuits that are coming up, basically showing him how he was scamming and robbing people at the end of the day. There are other charges that are being brought up on this individual. And this is where they're going to launch an investigation. Because they want to know exactly how far this guy was actually working, how long he was doing this, how long he was ripping people off. We got proof and receipts, we got proof and videos right here showing this guy ripping people off. And if you jokers, you sheep at the end of the day, were supporting this nonsense and continue to spread these lies that this individual was doing, guess what? You're involved in that investigation too. But thank you for coming in the room. I keep telling you in the day, learn before you come into my room. You never know what you're going to be involved in. There's a whole lot of things going on that we haven't mentioned on camera that's being investigated by Jamie Fernando Gonzalez. A lot of things. And one of them is fraud. So how long he's been scamming people on this house paint nonsense? Man, it goes back pretty far. And if you sheep want to get involved, hey, you've already put your chime in. You popped up in here. You do know that basically that when you come on YouTube, right? Just because you hide behind an account don't mean you can't be tracked. Just want to let you know that from the door. It's the digital age, people. So you basically showed support for this nonsense. Even when I sat there on camera and told you what this individual was doing, showed you hardcore evidence of what he was doing, you still supported this nonsense. Which means that anybody else looking for screen paint or what they want, you will direct them to this fellow and tell them that they will get a good product, knowing at the end of the day, he's ripping them off. Makes you a scammer also. But thank you for the much needed information and what I needed already for this. You're always involved in some kind of experiment, but thank you so much. At the end of the day, and when I say y'all sheep, it is what it is. Evidence is right there. Okay, I am going to go in and screenshot all the accounts and send them over where they need to go. With that being said, gotta go. Thank you all and God bless. Be careful when you go out there and buy screen paint products. Again, you don't want to get ripped off by people like this or by the other fellow, Danny. Make sure you ask questions. Make sure you ask questions about products being compared to acrylic paints. Everyday acrylic paints you get over the counter. If anyone's sitting there telling you that their product is different, make sure they can prove it and back it up that it's not acrylic and it's something much more different. always ask for this test. Make sure the product is tested before or the stamp date on the product. Make sure it's tested before the product was sold. That's very important, because they're just now doing tests now. That means it was never tested. Danny's a perfect example of that. We requested tests multiple times from him. There were no tests that came up. Just some little dinky video he did. Not enough to put that product out there. And because we made the statement that we'll test it ourselves, the date of it being shipped out was pushed back, because he knew if we got our hands on the product, it would have matched house paint. And again, with the complications he has with painting his screen versus house paint, which would have had no complications whatsoever, this would have basically diminished his product. As you can see, this individual right here, clearly we show you, we're not lying, we don't have to make anything up. We see him right here on camera, matching a house paint, and still selling the same products on his website. So as you can see, nothing was made up, nothing at the end of the day was embellished to make this guy look bad. The evidence is right there. And then you got a chance to see his reaction. There were no apologies, there was no remorse, there was nothing. Nothing but emojis, cursing, and carrying on in threats. The people who came on to support him, which we call sheep at the end of the day, clearly saw exactly what he was doing and supported it 100%, which means they're basically guilty of going around and probably introducing other people to buy this product so they can be scammed too. Let it not be, if this guy's making a considerable amount of money, if he's making a considerable amount of money on this, and let it be found out that you guys are splitting this money up and you're doing this, this is called a ring at the end of the day, and this can get you in a ton of trouble. A serious ton of trouble with some serious jail time behind it. So if any of those funds or proceeds were split in any way whatsoever, for you advertising for this individual, this can get you in a great deal of trouble. Mind you, he's already going to court for copyright infringements. That's right there. It's going to start the ball rolling for the rest of the lawsuits. And again, some of those lawsuits, because of those emails that were sent over that had very disturbing messages in them, are involving criminal charges, conspiracy charges, fraud charges. There's a lot of stuff coming up on this guy. So if you want to be linked to this, hey, keep on coming into my channel, keep on running your mouth. It's not a problem. We can just screenshot, send it over to the proper authorities where it's going up for the investigation, and they can bring somebody in to basically track your whereabouts, and you can go from there. Yeah, you bought it yourself. I know who Hector is. Hector is a Christian man at the end of the day, and Hector did a lot of demonstrations for us at the end of the day. And the demonstrations were done by the book. Hector's demonstrations matches my demonstrations. And at any given time, Hector has no problem with basis doing side-by-side demonstrations in court. It's not a problem. We can back our work up. I'm not on demonstrations looking like this at all, period. See, all my customers, and even the church demonstration that comes up in the promo, everybody's in a well-lit environment. All his customers sit in the dark. You've seen every last one of the demonstrations. You can pull up tests on all of my products. There are no tests on his products. Heck, half the demonstrations we have here in the videos are missing right now. We can back our products up. I have never canceled an order one time ever from any of these people. If they did make orders from us, we were never canceled. We have a ton of canceled orders from them. So again, you can run this and say this at the end of the day. That doesn't mean anything at all. You guys sat there and watched this man on video, show receipts, show containers, and match house paint. You're going to compare that to Hector at the end of the day? Was there a video of me matching house paint at any time in any video demonstration and then come in and delete the video and hide it and still sell the? No, there's nothing like that. There's 2 videos of him doing this and another one of a free product. So any one of you who support this nonsense, even after what you saw at the end of the day, makes you a part of this nonsense. See, I like how you came and you tried to use Hector at the end of the day as an excuse of trying to basically back yourself up in some kind of way, but it doesn't work. Sorry, that wouldn't even hold up in court. This, on the other hand, will. That tells me if you're going to come in and make that statement, it tells me already from the door you're afraid. You just told me that fast, that quick. All right, well, let's see where this ends up at. Until then, like I said, ask the questions, people. Ask it from us. Ask it from everybody. You want to see tests before the product was sold. You want to see a comparison against house paints to make sure you can go to Home Depot, Lowe's, you can do it yourself. You want to see all this. You want to go to the website, you want to see all this stuff, all right? Make sure you ask these questions. And number one, another question you have to ask, what is the difference between the product and everyday white screen? You have to see that difference, because you can have a white screen, paint this stuff, and see very little difference, and you spent $60 or something. You could have probably made it better yourself, but went and got our technology at the end of the day. We do have that demonstration here. You do know that, Jamie. You made a demonstration right here, the benefit of a great projection screen, and this also too went missing. Is this not you in the video, walking back and forth? Come on, man. You gotta stop doing this stuff, man. See, look, is that not you right there in the video, walking back and forth? Where did this video go to?
We had the original demonstration.
Come on, man.
So that means
We got multiple videos of you committing fraud
like I'm doing right
in the
now,
videos.
to show people this is the original video. And it makes you look bad because now it shows you have more something to hide.
Dozens of these videos. Got the man walking out of a Home Depot. That's even worse. I don't even know which is worse. Look at it. Isn't that him right there? That screen spray clearly matched the white screen. But I'm pretty sure he went around and told people, including the church, that there's a difference between his product and a white screen, and that was a lie. Just constantly in video demonstrations getting busted. But I guess all this has made it right. Here's another one right here. This is the Frankenstein. That's also missing. Another demonstration where he claimed that he said the Frankenstein was never ambient light projection product, right? Well, right here, it says in the bottom of this video, how I paint my projector screen, Frankenstein, ambient light projection mix. Does it not say that right there? Even at 143, he even says it right there, crystal clear on camera. My ambient light projection mix. Even interesting, why he lost the PayPal claim is because the product he's painting here, if you look at the rollers, aren't exactly dark gray. They're actually, the color is actually light gray. Rollers don't lie, people. I'm sorry. I know you naysayers at the end of the day. Again, there's no reason with you guys because, again, the fact that I go in and I show you this demonstration of this man on video with receipts in the container, painting it, matching it, and you still come in and argue with me about that, that's why I said you can't reason with him at all, period. Evidence is right there. That's like you sitting there watching Jamie pull out a gun and shoot a man right in his head, and the evidence is right there, and he gets on camera and says, no, I never did that. And you guys sit there, oh no, he didn't do that at all. That wasn't him. Gee whiz. That's why we call you sheep. You earned your name. You came into the room and showed why you have earned your name 100% just now. Just like the people that were sitting there ranting about how Partay's product was this, that, and it was Danny's product was this, that, and the other. And when it launches on the 23rd, you're going to be worried and blah, 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 blah. Talked all that trash yesterday. What happened today? He pushed it back to the 23rd of July, which I said was going to happen because there's no way in the world he can back that product. He doesn't have enough tests to back it. He doesn't have time to test it. He has no choice. Then you come back in the room upset, angry, and crying again.
Of the product. Did you not write on my container saying that it's not ambient light projection?
Which one is it?
You're saying with all punctuation marks and capitals?
Oh, by the way, you see that painting in the back? That's the exact same painting that sits in the back with the same dinette when he was actually making the paint for free. Those of you who bought the Metallica 2.0, you just bought a free product because that's the same painting and same dinette set in the same video we have right here, matching the exact same curtains. Gee, I should have been an attorney.
But right here, you have it stated that it is ambient light. And you even said in your video it's ambient light projection. So which one is it?
I'm going to make a challenge for you naysayers. It's going to be funny. We all will have a laugh and giggle at. I'm going to name all the videos that he deleted off his account and you go find them. Maybe we might get lucky. Maybe he may bring some of these back like he did with the other video that he deleted. You do know, remember that when he tried to make our product, the first video, he deleted it off his account and put it right back on because, again, we found out and we hounded him.
And also, too, I would really like to get to the bottom of this Black Frankenstein.
Yeah, where's the Black Frankenstein?
Black Frankenstein, right off his
We bought
website,
one.
off the shopping cart and everything, went right through. Payment went right through. Where is this Black Frankenstein, man? Your colors on your Frankenstein just seem to change at will, don't they? Let's go over here. Let's come out of here. I'm going to leave that right there.
Black
Let's go.
Frankenstein.
Yeah, buddy, you keep this up, man, they're going to basically close you down. You got to stop doing these fake demonstrations on your products. But we have it here in the video of him saying that the product of the Frankenstein is ambient light projection technology. Not only that, it's posted to his video, but clearly on the website in the description of the product, doesn't say anything. Now, this is our Frankenstein right here that, as you can see, is a different color. You will see once the screen is painted. This whole entire video.
Oh,
Don't
by the
delete
way,
it, buddy, because we done.
deleting the videos off your account, changing the paint out because you're being sued by I think it's Universal Studios owns that part to Frankenstein. Yeah, for the royalties, not going to help you. I got an actual product. This will be sent over to them. They asked, do we have an actual proof of purchase that this guy was selling with their name? And I said, right here. We even have it dated. You dated it at the bottom. Put my name on it and put down Frankenstein right there, plus the additional receipts. And also too, one of the customers who popped up showing that he also bought Frankenstein from you. So you're going to have to pay up royalties to them, and they can request jail time.
Dubbed your video, we sent it over to PayPal. They have it right now. They're looking through it right now. You're showing
Got on my PayPal
two
account,
different colors. Even messed up. The verification video we sent it them to also shows that video was made a day ago, which means you wanted to change the video at the last minute just to basically get over on somebody. That's what you did. And anybody and everybody knows on the planet that anytime any company or anything you may have in your house is making something new or developing something new, they'll give you these updates and bulletins and demos and whatever, everything up front to say, hey, look, we're coming up with this new product and such and show and blah, blah, blah.
So what Jamie did, he got busted. This is where he lost another claim. So basically, see this product right here? He changed the color of it at the last minute, but we recorded the shopping cart. Clearly stated that I need to record the shopping cart and fear that this guy's going to change the color of the paint when we actually ordered it, and he did. As I said before, anybody who's doing anything puts up updates. Like the ambient light rejection 4, there are updates on that everywhere. It's not even launched yet, and we have updates on it, on everything, on what we're doing, about the change, what's going to happen, so and so and so. No one changes anything just like that. No. Where are you living?
They don't just change the product just like that. So there's so many ways he's going to try to come at this, but he's not going to win. This video right here, pretty much.
That's why you lost your claim.
All right, so this is the Frankenstein right here. When we contacted PayPal, we told them we did a verification video. We recorded our transaction showing the color of the product. The color of the product actually matches the same color in the video 5 years ago. Also, too, who in their right mind makes a product that's ambient light rejection and then removes it and turn around and charge you more money? 5 years ago, his product was not the price that it is.
5 years, your product was $50. No, it's $65. It was $65. $65 around that price. It was $65 around 5 years ago when this video was around. This right here was around $60, and it was ambient light. Then he brings it up now and charges more money, like $90-something for it, and it's not ambient light. So you downgraded it and charge more money for it. This is why this video went missing also.
It's not. So you're actually paying more for something that used to be. So if you ever comes on camera and said, I never said my stuff is ambient light rejection, which I have heard you say in videos before, you, my friend, are a liar. Because right here, there's a video of you stating and saying that the product Frankenstein is ambient light rejection. Let's go check it out. I hooked up my speakers. So we have it at 143 is where you can hear it.
Frankenstein mix that I created here. It's more like ambient light rejection paint that I have here.
Then you said it was more like an ambient light rejection paint that you have here. Busted! Jamie, we can't get you. We got tons of videos. This ain't nothing. This is nothing compared to some of the stuff we have in the archives on him doing some of the dirtiest stuff you ever seen. We're going to launch all the dirty videos we found busting you, removing stuff, fake receipts, all that. This is nothing compared to what we have on him. Boy, it's not going to go well for you in court. Man, it's going to be bad. It's going to be really, really bad. We got all kinds. You said Frankenstein mix, right there. Oh, they're going to have a ball with this. We sent them this video clearly showing you making and selling a product named Frankenstein that you didn't pay them one dime in royalties. Right there, processing it, painting it, displaying the product. Plus what we purchased from you, including receipts. Have to laugh a lot. That means he's nervous. That's what that stands for, the emojis.
Ambient light rejection paint. That's clearly what you said. Look at the product of this, Chesty.
Look at the color of the product. The color of the product is exactly the same color as the I would say it looks more like the Metallica Mix 2.0. It does. It looks just like it. Look at the color of it. See the color? That's what the Frankenstein used to look like. And then he changed it at the last minute because he tried to basically send us down something really, really dark. That's what he was trying to do. He was trying to change it because he couldn't send us that. We'd have put that a match with no problem. We'd have got this a match either way. But he sends it down this color. Now the product is this color. That's not the color of gunmetal. Does that look like gunmetal to you guys at the end of the day? That's not gunmetal, is it? No, because he went in and changed it at the last minute and got busted. Ended up putting the money back on the account as usual. And again, he had a strike against his PayPal account. So this is what he changed it. Now he has to keep it this color because again, he changed it out just to basically try to scam us and it didn't go well for him. Jamie, where is this video at anyway? And if you see that, see the picture? Look at the picture very carefully, right? Look at the curtains very carefully. Look at the table very carefully. Do 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 do
There, that is his.
They basically show up in the same video again.
Slash dining room. That is the two items he has displayed on his table. One actually being a white paint, one being a black paint.
Man, it's just so easy
Not
to
even bad
catch.
sugar screen at that, black and white paint.
Jamie, you're a scammer. You are a scammer. Hold on for a minute. Go back just a little bit on that one. You are a scammer.
Good thing we did dub the video, because if we didn't dub the video,
Oh, we
would have never.
you're lucky people. We dub videos at the end of the day. What color are your curtains? Same curtains in the same video. Every single one of them is the same curtains in the same video. Same picture, same table. Every single time. Gee whiz Louise, man. You've been ripping people off for a long time. You know how Frankenstein goes back 5 years. This goes back farther than 5 years. They literally the exact same curtains. I told you, you've had the same curtains in there since day one. Those curtains are from the 70s. Have you been in that apartment since the 70s? Gee whiz Louise, same table, same everything. And this is the free mix he's ripping you guys off on. Here come the laugh emojis right here already. Ripping y'all off. Look at this. Y'all literally, the Metallica mix 2.0, there it is right there. Y'all could have made that yourself for free. Ingredients is right there. Same table. Oh, here come the caps. This is what I'm telling you. When you see the caps coming in, all the emojis at the bottom, he starts writing books. Boy, he is triggered right now. He's really triggered. But it is what it is, Jamie. It's right there. Literally, we just sat there and saw the same thing. The same curtains, the same pictures. I told you, look, that's the same picture you have in all your demonstrations in the background of that tree or whatever it is, the sunlight pushing through. And then we got the same table, the same thing you have with the Frankenstein. Dun, 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 dun. Gee whiz, man. There's no way around it, man. It is. Look, I understand you're upset and you're angry, but it is what it is. And then when the mix you brought over literally ended up matching the UB mix. It's only one shade off. We can literally make this on camera. So this is a funny part. I'm going to say something real quick before I go. Because we ran this time a little crazy right here. But it's just so much to talk about. He called himself making the Frankenstein the same color as the black gunmetal we had in the basement. The problem is any screens in the basement come up lighter because of all the light that's being introduced to the screen. When we bring them up, they go darker because, again, we don't have the same amount of light downstairs we have upstairs. So we tried to make the Frankenstein the same color as the paint that we had downstairs. And when we brought it up, paint came in, it was dark gray like this. But he went in at the last minute and he changed this over on his account, because how he lost his claim on the black, what was the black? The black, here, Black Cinemax, is because he tried to say that his products come this way automatically. They all, you see, he lied to PayPal and said, always had a Black Cinemax. What PayPal did was PayPal went into his account and looked up and showed there was no option for a black, and he lost his claim automatically from the door. He tried to say it came in black, it didn't. All right, this time around, he thought it'd be a little bit slicker. He thought he would change it in the shopping cart, so that way, if we ever went in and made that statement that it's not the color we ordered. If you looked at the Frankenstein, it's light gray, it's not dark gray. He went in and changed it. See the color of it right there? See the color that it is? That's the color that it is that we ordered. So we've recorded our shopping cart transaction. And what Jamie did was, Jamie at the last minute changed it out the shopping cart, knowing we've recorded the transaction and sent us down this dark paint. We sent the video into PayPal, clearly saying on the video, I'm making this video due to the fact that the person that we're dealing with may change the color of the product at the last minute, and we may get something completely different. And we were able to back it up right there.
All of your screens. We're on the website, Pro's website, because we want to make sure that the color is exactly as claimed to be. Keep in mind, we've been through a situation where we actually ordered a Simex from this individual, and we ended up getting black paint. So we want to make sure he doesn't go into the site and change the color of the product or anything else that he may try to do to try to win a claim if the product gets here and it's not what it's supposed to be.
Actually, I kind of explained it already. I haven't bought anything for this place. You know, I don't hide anything from anybody. I'm very truthful. I haven't bought anything in this place. I haven't bought anything at all. I just bought basically what I need. I bought a shower curtain on it. I take all baths, but I ain't buying anything for this place because I told you, I'm buying a house at the end of the year. There is no point in me buying any furniture or anything for this place. I use this place strictly for work, and that's all I use it. I'm a workout bag in the front room. I sit here and I sleep on the floor. That's what I do right now. I haven't bought a bed or anything at all, period. Because I'm moving to and buying me a house. Now, when I lived in all three houses, I had furniture in every last house, every single one of them. Even the house that I lived in before I left from there, I left furniture behind. I had a brand new leather sofa, recliner that I had from Movie Sofa. I had a $1,500 living room set right there by the chandelier, and I left behind patio furniture, expensive patio furniture. I gave it to the landlord. I said they could have it. Now, if I needed furniture, I would have taken it with me. Why not? But I didn't want it. Because if I'm moving into an apartment and I knew at the end of the day that this was a place I can go save some money. I had a couple of loans that I borrowed from PayPal to pay off my loans, and this would make it a little bit more easier because the house is very expensive when you're renting it out because you're responsible for a lot of things, including outside and inside and all the different keep you have to take care of. It becomes costly, and I wouldn't be able to pay off my loans. So that's what I did. I got the apartment. But I didn't want a small apartment. If I'm coming out of a house, I wanted something a good size. This is what I got at the end of the day. So I don't got nothing to hide from anybody. You can tease me about not having a bed. You can tease me about not having a shower. You can tease me about a lot of things. I don't care about that. It doesn't bother me at all, period. Doesn't make a difference. At the end of the day, I still can make product to kick your butt every single day. Doesn't make a difference. I can be sleeping in a hole in the ground with just a bucket to use a bathroom in, and I still would kick your butt every day. Doesn't make a difference. Where I live at and what I have doesn't basically affect my skill level to design an amazing screen paint. So you trying to embarrass me at that level, that doesn't bother me at all. Not one bit at all, period. I told people at the end of the day, and I'm not moving I'm not living here that long. I'm not saying with anybody else who lives in an apartment, not putting anything down on you, don't take it the wrong way. But Jamie, you've been in that apartment for God knows how long. I've moved out of a rented tiny little room, had 4 houses, moved into a good sized apartment, and I'm buying 7 acres in land. So again, it shows your product has not taken you anywhere at all. But that doesn't bother me at all, and it doesn't upset me at all. It's sad that as I was going through my closet looking for a meter to basically show the measurements on what we pick up in here compared to the other fellow, it's sad that for the split second that I moved stuff out of my closet, and I clearly said that my place is a little bit messy because I had to look for this meter. You felt the need to take screenshots from those particular parts and go, oh, his apartment's always dirty. You do know that when I get up in the morning, this is the display room. I walk right through my hallway, right through my dining room set, and I go into the next room. You see my whole entire place. You can't do that on camera. You right now can't scroll around your place. No matter how much you clean up in there, you can't do that. But it's not about that. It's about explaining to you that at the end of the day. Now, if you feel the need that this helps you and this builds you up on that level, then hey, you say what you got to say. But at the end of the day, I can back my product up 100%, and I can kick your product's butt any day of the week. So right now, I'm going to be doing that demonstration against the newer. You couldn't make my products and you failed. We saw that happen in the demonstration. All right. We're giving you a third chance to make it. And you are going to ignore that because you can't make it. Well, whatever it is, your opinion. I'm moving on. All right. Right here, this is where we recorded the transaction right here. So we always like to make sure we have recordings to back up anything that we're doing. So we just took pictures and everything. Make sure that this is the item that we're getting. This is the color we're getting. For some reason, size 32 ounce. Well, everybody's copying what we're doing. We started at 32 ounces, the 42 ounces, And everybody now is copying. That's what we do. Now everybody's doing what we're doing. Well, you know where the best comes from. Everybody copies the. Let me see. Let me make sure we get everything by the book here on how we. Oh, I have to explain this too real quick. Now we know naysayers will come in here and give us likes to take them away. I can't express this enough. I don't get into likes. I don't get into subscribers. I've said this already from the door. Have you ever heard me say on camera, like and subscribe? You've never heard me say it. It is your choice. If you want to take away, you want to give away, it's up to you. It doesn't make and break my day at the end of the day. That's just how I am. YouTube is used as a form of advertisement. That's it. Some people feel that they give us a bunch of likes and they take it away. It's going to hurt me. I don't use it that way. I'm just telling you, because again, if it's in the back of your mind and that's how you're functioning on that level, it doesn't affect, because again, you have never heard me say on camera, like and subscribe. Doesn't bother me one bit. We definitely want to test this in a affiliated environment, so it has to be tested in that, especially if you're going to use it for. At the end of the day, this is what you guys will be dealing with. You'll be dealing with a product at the end of the day that, again, cannot back itself. And the next thing you'll have to deal with at the end of the day is gunmetal technology. If you don't have the money to afford our products, you don't have the money for gunmetal technology. It is extremely expensive. You can spend $7,000 for a 120-inch screen easily. Now, we're going to go in. I'm going to test the Noor paint, blow that clean out of the water, laugh at you guys for a couple hours, maybe for a couple of days. Also, too, with Jamie and your products at the end of the day, I cannot wait to see you do the test on the products we have here. Because if you don't do those tests, I will buy your products and I will get them down here for testing. You don't have a choice. You don't have an option. Your products will be here before his site launches. There's your choice right there. So can you back your products? I doubt, put it this way, I really doubt that we'll probably be going to court somewhere around in summer, or probably around the end of summer. This is where we'll probably end up in court. I got to call down there right now and get the docket number to basically check in to see when we're going to be going to court. I want to make sure we know when, because I got another court date coming up already for another lawsuit for somebody doing something stupid, and I got to get, that's an open and shut case right there. But yeah, we got plenty of great paints here. And then for your darker mixes, we got this whole section over here. Fantastic. And in here, we're going to start testing your products. Oh, look at Greyhound. Gee whiz. Now that's a beautiful color right there. These are $6 a pop. When we get done with you, Jamie, your product won't be worth any. Well, it's not worth anything now. No one's buying this crap at the end of the day. And the people who do buy it and support it, well, you have house paint on your walls. You have not. You can't come in here and you can't brag about anything at the end of the day. What are you going to brag about when you come in here? You can't talk about a product that we can make at the end of the day and anybody can make at the end of the day. I can slide your stuff off a shelf and still have the same thing. So what do you have at the end of the day? Give me your YouTube channel. Matter of fact, post your YouTube channels legit in the bottom of this video demonstration, and let's see your demonstrations on the product. I want to see fully lit environments. I want to see 100% star fill demonstrations. I want to see amazing colors in a fully lit environment. I don't want to see any dark demonstrations. As a matter of fact, I'll do you one different. Let's go take a field trip real quick. Let's see if we can find any customers with this screen in a fully lit environment to match. Let me see what ultra demonstration we want to use match. Should we use outside? No, that'd be too hard for them. If we do outside, that they couldn't do. What do we have that basically would be equal to something that they have? I don't know. Let's see what we got here. We go through a test demonstration, see if any one of them. Let's put them against a customer. Customer versus customer. Let's do that instead. Let's see if they can match a customer. Now, I can do outside, but you don't have any customers really outside. What do you want to do? This one's near a window, so I don't know if you can compete with that. Anybody? No, you're definitely not going to have anything like that. And not showing contrast, though, but you notice the demonstration was contrast. Y'all don't do contrast demonstrations. Your screens wash out, so there's no way you could pull this off. Your screen would completely be gone. So we'll do this one right here. Let's see if we can find anyone to match this. Hey, I'm just looking for customers at all. Let's find the guy under the personal mix. That's something fancy. Crow 1176 customer. Where are your customers at, man? You have no customer. What the freak? Where are your customers at? Are you kidding me? There are no customers. Did you delete your customer reviews? Gee whiz, man, that's pretty bad. That's pretty. Oh my goodness, man! Look at this. Crow's customers. Look at this. Crow's customer. What popped up? There's Crow. That's it. Here we go. That's us. That's Jamie getting busted with freaking house paint at the end of the day. Can we find any customers in the first 5? That's me again right there. There you are going again. That's a customer. Oh, there's a gun right there. That's you telling your customers at the end of the day when I tell you what you do with demonstration against your product, against the slip silver, and that's you telling the people, no, not doing it. Oh, my goodness, man. You don't have any customer reviews. Nothing. Where did they go? Did you delete them all? This is an angry customer right here. They got mad at you because you cheated them on the product. Where's your customer reviews? Where are they? That's us again. There's us again. Gee whiz, man. This is a demonstration when your screen came up gritty and, oh, Jamie, you've been busy. You've been deleting your customers left and right, your videos. What is going on? What are you hiding at the end of the day? Am I the only one filing a lawsuit against you? It's got to be somebody else that's getting you with a lawsuit. There's a bunch of videos missing. Literally, you had a good amount of customer videos, even though they all sat in the dark, but you had a good amount of videos. Where are they? Where are these videos at? Oh, man, Jamie, you know what I got to do now, right? We got to put you on blast. It's going to come. Your customers are missing. We can't find Frankenstein mixes. We can't find your customers. It's just us popping up. Where the freak are your customers? This is sad, man. This is embarrassing, man. This is sad. I shouldn't have been the first one to pop up. There's you again. That's you right there. Ain't that you? That's you failing to make our screen paint products again. That's you again. That's you. That's us again. Talking about you again. That's us again. You ain't nowhere to be found in here. This is all me. This is why you're tanking. This is why you're going under. We have so many demonstrations. We overpower just about everything. You have deleted a lot of videos. You should have at least popped up somewhere in there. I know a couple of customers that should have popped up in there, and it's nothing coming up. Something should have came up. All right, I'm about to put you on blast. I'll be back.